You must be a fool to come here alone. Is it death you seek, Achilles? Or maybe you want to beg for mercy?
Hector, I suggest an honest duel. The victor shall decide Helen's fate and put this war to an end.
Helen is under Paris's protection.
Are you and your brother ready to sacrifice the lives of your men for her? When the rest of the fleet gets here, hundreds will die on both sides. Why must anyone else die when the commanders can put an end to further bloodshed with one duel?
You seek an honorable solution? But there is nothing honorable about war. It's messy and brutal, and history is written by the victors. Archers! On my mark! Archers!
You were right, Prince Hector. History is indeed written by the victors, but your death was not in vain. It will help end this hopeless war. Hopefully this fight bought my men some time. I need to know whether they managed to find entry into the city. The gate will not budge. Surely I won't get inside this way. I won't let you pass! I'm close. Enough of this madness, Paris. Release Helen.
Madness? Look beyond the walls. There you will witness true madness. The madness of the kings who came here with you.
This war is nothing but the consequences of your mindless decisions. You have stained the honor of the king of Sparta. The honor of the Greeks. Did you think that this insult would go unpunished?
You think that if Helen returned to Greece it would change anything? You speak so much of Menelaus, yet you failed to see who wanted this war from the very beginning. Besides, if I handed Helen over to that sick tyrant, it would be like sentencing her to death. I came to love her, and I shall defend her until my last breath. Helen knows the truth. If she returns to that monster, he will kill her!
Too many people have died because of it. This war ends right here, right now.
I'd rather die than give her up.
I thought I was a step away from ending this war. Doubt, however, struck first. Unexpectedly, it overpowered me. I could feel my strength waning with each moment, and the cold grip of fear taking away my will to fight. Before I regained my composure, I was in the clutches of the abyss. Time and space lost meaning, until finally, that voice appeared inside my head.
This is not the end, Achilles. Not yet. Find your new path. The line becomes blurrier and blurrier. A smith. Find a smith.
Is this possible? Am I alive? That voice. A smith? It doesn't make any sense. Where am I? How did I get here? I can't be far from Troy. I need to take a look around.
Halt! By the order of Menelaus, the road to Mycenae is closed. Wait a minute. I recognize your armor. You're one of the Myrmidons, am I right? I always dreamed of crossing swords with one of you, and finding out whether what they say about you is true.
I have no time for that, and I have no quarrel with you. I kindly ask you to let me go.
Did I hear you right? You think I'm a weakling? Or maybe you're just a coward. Draw your weapon and face me. Right here and now.
It seems like you leave me no choice.
No warrior has managed to defeat me yet. I hope you won't disappoint me.
You swing that weapon like a child.
What did you just say?
You heard me right. Like a child.
I'll tear you apart for that, you bastard! That was a worthy fight. Please forgive me for doubting your abilities. Tell me, why did you spare me?
I also used to think that I was invincible. However, there was one who proved me wrong. You've got the strength of a dozen men. Do not waste it on feeding your own hubris. Instead, use it to help others.
I will do just that. Thank you, great warrior. I will not forget this lesson.
Another fool. Blindly followed orders. You could have been remembered as a great warrior. Now, you will end up as a cruel thief. The underworld, that's right.
It's almost here.
Perhaps I should use that passage.
You've come to pay tribute to me? The Lord of the Roads? Why are you gaping as if you were tongue-tied? Want to end up like this hunter?
I don't see no lord here. At most, just a coward, mugging defenseless folk. Release this man.
You scum! I'll order my people to tie you up to a tree and skin you alive.
You mean those thugs guarding the camp entry? I already took care of them.
You did what? Do you know how difficult it is to find a qualified thug nowadays?
I see two ways forward. Release Lysander and I'll forget I ever met you. Or you'll join your comrades. The choice is yours.
Ever since Menelaus closed Mycenae off on the order of that crowned fool, poverty has been rampant everywhere. Everyone is doing what they can to survive.
That doesn't give you the right to prey on others. Release that poor man while I still have some patience left.
You can't tell me what to do, you mutt!
death won't change anything. Another warlord, preying on weaker folk, would take your place. I can only hope that you'll see the chance I've given you. And you'll understand that evil brings only suffering to this realm.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I'll understand. I promise.
You're safe now. The smith sent me.
My daughter, she ran away from the bandits. Please, you have to help her.
Calm down and tell me exactly what happened.
Like every year before the festival, I went hunting for game in honor of our goddess. Cleote insisted on joining me. We went into the woods and the bandits assaulted us. I shouted for her to run and then I lost sight of her. These woods are full of vicious beasts. Please, oh noble warrior, find her. I'll give you everything I own.
Stay here. I'll bring your daughter back.
Not far from here, I saw signs of a wolf feeding. That's where we separated. Perhaps that's where you should begin your search. Not far from here, I saw traces of wolves. I just hope that my Cleote is still alive. Not far from here, I saw traces of wolves. I just hope that my Cleote is still alive.
You were nothing more than a lowly worm, preying on defenseless folk. Greece will be safer without you. Cleote? Hold on. I'll get you out of there.
No, don't come closer. She's still here, lurking in the dark.
A she-wolf in the woods brought you to this world, and I'll take you out of it. Come on. Come here, closer.
Clayoti. Damn it. It doesn't look good.
Tell my father it's not his fault, and that I love him.
Pass away in peace, child. May the ferryman show you mercy. I have to deliver the bad news to Lysander. You're the king here. A huge and ugly one. Portal. Might be useful.
You don't understand. That vicious band of yours stood in the way of peace. They didn't listen to anyone but you.
Look around, you fool. Wherever I look, all I see is murder and looting. Is that what you call peace?
These are necessary sacrifices. And when all enemies are dead, a new order will finally reign in Greece.
I used to know Menelaus, who was no stranger to honor. Since Agamemnon has been pouring poison into your ears, you've become a blind servant of his will. A power-hungry monster. Maybe even Helen was nothing more than an excuse to start this hopeless war.
Helen! So that's why you are here. She's mine. She will be mine forever. And you'll die like that Trojan mongrel for whom she wanted to betray me! I will gut you and throw you to the crows to feast. one of my tricks. I have more up my sleeve. Won't you die? Squeak, piggy! Squeak like the myrmidons I burned alive! Finish me! You cowards! Finish me!
You started the war based on a lie. Helen was not kidnapped. She ran out of fear. You sacrificed thousands of lives in a war that drowned Greece in blood. And in the end, you betrayed my people. You, whom I called my commander. No. Death would be too merciful for a lousy scum like you. Know that I spared your life only for your people to see you as a weak, mad fool. And for them to end you. One of the soldiers mentioned something about passage papers and a seal. I need to get them if I want to see Agamemnon. I failed you, brothers. Failed you as your commander. May your souls rest in peace. One of the soldiers mentioned something about passage papers and a seal. I need to get them if I want to see Agamemnon. The son of a bitch lives lavishly, while his people are dying. Soon he shall pay for everything. Your reign is coming to an end. Right here. Right now.
You think killing me is going to change anything?
I won't bring back the lives lost to your tyranny. But I can ensure that no one else dies on your orders.
Thanks to the decisions and sacrifices I made, Greece expanded its borders like never before. And I'm at its forefront
Faced with the same choices, I would have made them without any hesitation.
You really don't feel any remorse for what you did. You're a mad monster wearing a crown.
You're a naive child. Haven't you learned that the world is ruled by power and fear? Power and fear. They're eternal, like a name engraved on a rock. They made me the most powerful man in Greece. And you're just a tale from the past, barely remembered by many. Come on, you dog. Challenge the King of Kings himself. Reach for the eternal glory or perish forgotten. You thought I forgot how to fight?
Maybe you do remember. Pray that you can keep up with me, old man.
I had 10 years to prepare for this encounter. You'll see. You can't defeat me! No! Cannot end like this. You can't defeat me! The King of Kings lives forever! You want gold? Courtesans? I'll give you everything. Everything I have. We can rule Greece together.
You pathetic old fool. Look at yourself. You're just a shadow of the king I knew. And to think you once struck terror in whole nations. I feel sick when I look at you. I should just kill you.
May your sins never be forgotten.
The king of the pile of rubble.
The people will hold you accountable for your reign.
Alaka, what the hell is this?
The one who sowed fear throughout Greece now dies in terror. He's still hesitating. So weak, I will help him. Impressive how much fear you yourself can instill. Even though your time in this world should have long ended. Soon we shall meet again, Achilles.
So indeed, he's here.
You again? Are you following me? How did you get here?
That's not relevant right now. Have you also seen that symbol?
Yes, I have. I also heard someone's voice. What the hell was that? And why did it appear over his body?
That's a mark of fear and oppression. Something, or rather someone, has just manifested their presence in this world. But his servants have been working for a long time. In the old ruins, beyond the pass, kidnappers imprisoned a group of priests. Among them is someone who could prove to be a valuable ally in the fight against the new threat. If you don't manage to free them, the consequences could be irreversible.
Getting there will take me...
Who are you? I'll tell you everything in due time, but we don't have much of it now. Go through the portal and free the priests. Every minute counts. Go through the portal and save the imprisoned priests. Later, I shall answer all of your questions. Go through the portal and save the imprisoned priests. Later, I shall answer all of your questions.
Your humanity has already been dead for years. By killing you, I would just be doing a favor to this tormented land. Alaka, what the hell is this?
The one who sowed fear throughout Greece now dies in terror. He's still hesitating, so weak. I will help him. The one who sowed fear throughout Greece has died in terror. Impressive how much fear you yourself can instill. Even though your time in this world should have long ended. Soon we shall meet again, Achilles.
So indeed, he's here.
You again? Are you following me? How did you get here?
That's not relevant right now. Have you also seen that symbol?
Yes, I have.
I also heard someone's voice.
What the hell was that? And why did it appear over his body?
That's a mark of fear and oppression. Something, or rather someone, has just manifested their presence in this world, but his servants have been working for a long time. In the old ruins, beyond the pass, kidnappers imprisoned a group of priests. Among them is someone who could prove to be a valuable ally in the fight against the new threat. If you don't manage to free them, the consequences could be irreversible.
Getting there will take me...
Who are you? I'll tell you everything in due time, but we don't have much of it now. Go through the portal and free the priests. Every minute counts.
This is madness! Ah!
Kill the bastard! Run for the portal! Quick!
recognize your voice.
Show yourself.
Your heart, beating, but dead. Your name instilled fear in the toughest of warriors. Your mere presence on the battlefield undermined the morale of whole armies.
Who are you? And what do you want?
Who am I? I'm your admirer, Achilles. I've been closely watching you for a long time, marveling at your deeds. You intrigue me. Fate has given me a chance, and I decided to take it, just like you. Maybe we have more in common than I thought.
Are you hurt?
I have a few bruises and scratches, but I'm alive. Thanks to you. Is it?
It disappeared. At least for now. Come on. We have to go through this portal. It's not safe here.
Very well then. I'll go first, but you have to go right behind me.
These madmen won't let go. I have to stop them. That's the last of them. Time to join the priests and the Oracle.
How good it is to breathe fresh air again. Thank you, Achilles. I owe you my life and the lives of others.
How do you know my name?
I know more about you than you think. My name is Pythia. I served people as an oracle for years. These hooded people. They were the ones who kidnapped us and brought us to these cursed ruins. A long time ago, I saw that being in my vision. How it grows and emerges from an evil, warped heart.
Do these visions always have to be so mysterious? What else did you see?
Alas, that's everything I remember. The vision was brief and vague. To better understand the nature of that being, I'll have to retrieve knowledge from my old temple. If you want to help me with that, let's meet up by the old gate near Mycenae. It leads to the other side of the mountains. And if you know anyone from around here, you should warn them. Dark times are coming.
I will do just that. I'll join you soon. Take care.
I'll always be indebted to you, O warrior. No, please. I'll do what you want.
Just don't make me go back there. No, please. I'll do what you want. Just don't make me go back there.
Warn the others, and let's meet by the gate near the road to Mycenae. Whoever that being is, I'm sure we'll hear about it again. Warn the others, and let's meet by the gate near the road to Mycenae. Whoever that being is, I'm sure we'll hear about it again.
That being was not from this world. I need to warn the citizens. I thought I would never see the sun again. Thank you, stranger. 1,000 times thank you. I thought I would never see the sun again. Thank you, stranger. 1,000 times thank you.
What is this monstrosity?
Surrender to his will, and he shall show you mercy. Like he did to me.
I'd rather not. If you could grant me this mercy. Closed shut. I want to open the gate from this side. Maybe I can find some other passage.
Good to see you, Achilles.
It seems that the old gate is closed, but I managed to find this cave. The entrance to it is blocked by this symbol. I've seen it before.
It's some kind of seal. It beams with a powerful, unknown force.
I'll try to destroy it.
Wait, this problem can't be solved with muscles. Maybe I'll try taking care of it.
Orti Sindiastige Ta Horistade Orti Sindiastige Ta Horistade.
One more time. Focus.
Orti Sindiastige Ta Horistade.
This seal can't be broken by any mortal. Please allow me to help you. When you're ready, go into the cave. An honest discussion awaits us.
Oh,
I didn't fully believe it would work. Well, it seems that the passage is open. Let's go inside.
Wait. It's too risky for you to go with me. If for some reason that creature wanted to hunt you down, it's best not to make it easy for it. Its minions might have intentionally blocked the main gate and set a trap for us in this cave.
In that case, you go first and look for a way to open the gate. If I remember correctly, there were some levers on the other side.
Is this really the temple the Oracle told me about? What happened here? Malaka. The specters again. I've defeated the likes of you before, so I can defeat you too.
I've defeated the specters. I need to make sure there are no other traces of that being here. I could use my vision gift to find them faster. I think I can see a shrine.
You look like a great warrior, stranger. I can see it in your eyes, the scars adorning your body. You were in the army, were you not?
Many years ago, during the Trojan War. But that's an old tale.
So, you were in luck, having experienced the soldier's life. The life of honor. I've lost mine forever.
Tell me your story.
First, I disappointed my brother. Then, my commander. I couldn't save them from the downfall, even though I had the chance. If I hadn't joined Titus' band, everything could have turned out differently.
Ideas?
The son of a bitch who took care of this part of Greece. But in reality, he's nothing more than a murderer. He deserves to die in agony for the crimes he committed. I know that my remorseful words aren't enough. So I'd like to die by the hand of someone like you. It's the only way for me to cleanse the stain on my name. Will you give me a death worthy of a warrior?
If that is your wish, get ready to fight.
I don't wish for anything else.
You promised! I've done many mistakes myself, but wishing for one's death is plain cowardice, not a solution.
Greece is bleeding, and it needs heroes like never before. Leave and fight its enemies to restore your honor, warrior. You fought with honor, so I gave you an honorable death. I hope you found your peace.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I better prepare. Malaka, what kind of beast is this?
humanity in you. That was supposed to be just an easy favor for the smith. That hammer has to be somewhere in here. Pulsating with living fire. How did the smith find out about it? Portals, as usual, come to my rescue. Time to leave this place.
Well. A hero that returned. I've heard of you, Achilles. My lord has foreseen that you'd soon pay me a visit. Know that he will surely appreciate your voluntary sacrifice.
Why are you kidnapping people?
I'd most gladly throw them to the lions, but my lord has recognized a potential in them, and in his generosity, let them serve him, even after death. They will join his ranks that are awaiting his sign, and then I, his most loyal servant, shall lead them to war that will drown Greece in blood and fear!
Why are you so certain that it's you who's going to lead them? It just so happens, I also spoke with your lord. He said that he sees similarity between us, and that he admires me.
Admires you? You're lying. Lying like a dog. You want to deprive me of my honor? Only I am worthy enough to sit beside him. And as a token of that, I shall give him your head! Offer him hundreds of lives on the altar of war for some loafer to take away my glory! My glory!
I didn't come here for glory. I came here to punish you for your crimes.
You bold fool! You'll be begging for mercy! Is forged in the heat of battle and on the anvil of fear! Lord, you promised me immortality! Do not forsake me now!
Fight me! You coward! Fight! Lord! Please, look at me! Bless me with your light! I am your most loyal of servants!
Recognize the engravings. Time to bring it to Bithia. Dangerous to let leave. The Greek citizens will be relieved when they learn of your death. That ring. I recognize the engravings. Time to bring it to Bithia.
In a faraway land, there was once a wise king who devoted his life to seeking revenge for his brother's death. He was so focused on that goal that he brought the dogs of war into his own kingdom. Sounds familiar, right, Achilles?
Get out!
While I weave a bloody trail, you will carve my name on every stone in Greece. The name of Babylon.
May the world forget you. I can do more and more.
You found Lycurgus. I admit that at first, I had a tough time taming his wild nature. He's infamous for his patience, and wants to have more all the time. More and more. Like you used to, Achilles. Fresh blood. I'll shred you to pieces. Skin you alive, little man. And then, piece by piece, I'll gnaw your bone.
This crazy monster won't hurt anyone else.
Regius, like you, was never a firm believer. His hatred toward the gods was so enormous that he put a torch to a temple full of devotees, and he skinned the priests alive. It seems that his old habits stood the test of time. Serve the gods! I can feel their flaw in you! I'll scorch their remaining presence in your feeble world.
Too fast. Back to the dance from which you came.
It seems I underestimated you, Achilles. Your persistence is impressive. Such great passion, such great hatred. I'm beginning to understand. Fate didn't put us on this path by accident. So far, I've seen you as my rival. But maybe we don't have to fight each other. Just think about it. Greece would be at our feet, If only you broke away from the shackles of the gods you serve.
Cave in. I think that's the spot.
Whoa!
Malaka, breathe slowly. What happened to you?
The beast had two heads. One of a goat, the other of a lion. Its tail crowned with the head of a snake. This abomination shouldn't exist at all. Run away, you fool. Run away, you fool.
I can feel the stench of molten mask. Time to set up the bait. Preferably somewhere in the middle of the canyon, and wait for a bit. I hope it works.
There you are, monster.
symbols look familiar. Could he be hiding here? Some energy won't permit me to pass. Maybe that rift is somehow connected to the smaller ones. I'll try to close them. Maybe that's when the passage will open.
Your body will adorn the fall. Joy will never fall. Never.
I have to get out of here. Time to close more rifts. That was the last one. Time to get out of here. time, he'll have the courage to face me.
Don't let your stubbornness blind your sound mind. The armor you're wearing can resist the corrupting power of Phobos, but you yourself have to be extremely careful, Achilles. The enemy will try to enslave you by using various methods. He wants to make a chosen one out of you that will lead his legions to war. If he succeeds, with his cunning and your strength, our worlds will be lost forever. You have to be a fool to challenge me in my own kingdom. But you're not one to give up, Achilles. Even if you know that you're going straight into the mouth of fear. So many lost lives, so much blood spilled. And you're still not learning from your mistakes. Once again, you're blindly following others' orders, even though your story has long since passed.
Until I tear apart your flesh, you monster, my story continues on.
You're calling me a monster? But have you ever seen me kill anyone? You, on the other hand, know only how to kill. Just think about how many sons you've taken from their mothers, how many brothers and sisters you orphaned. You were so focused on getting me that you didn't take a look at your own reflection.
You're a worm preying on others' fears, but your short life is coming to an end now.
You threatened me with death under my own roof. Soon you'll know a fate worse than death. I can promise you that. You fool! Your defiance is futile. Bow before me. Maybe I'll let you
You're neither a king nor a god. And I don't bow to anyone.
as well cast you out of it.
You refuse my generous offer. In that case, I'll have to kill you.
Supposedly, hope springs eternal. When it seemed that Phobos would prevail and forever enshroud Greece in a veil of fear. Against him stood he, the hero, the bravest of Myrmidons, Achilles. He rejected his past and overcame his weaknesses. He was, after all, not an ordinary man. With cold iron in hand and the flame of courage in his heart, he descended into Phobos' lair and defeated him. But was it for good? Agamemnon was right about one thing. Fear is eternal. It will always find a way to crawl into our hearts and poison them with doubt. Make our goals unattainable and our fights doomed to fail. However, Achilles always found the strength within himself to act. Unfortunately, fate is sometimes ruthless and unrelenting, leading the hero to a lonely path full of suffering. His friends must stay behind for their own safety. And during battle, Achilles must count mostly on himself. There was only one matter left. The world of the living was no longer a place for Achilles. Hades, the lord of the dead, will come back for him once he repairs the damage done to his kingdom. Achilles never accepted his destiny. He'll prepare for his return and will continue to forge his legend.
among millions of souls, Achilles.
I did it for Greece, not for you.
Your world cannot exist without mine. I thought you'd understand that by now.
I fought for you only because we had a common goal. I understand that we'll go our separate ways now.
Whether you like it or not, you're part of the world of the dead. Soon you'll return to my kingdom, and then we shall meet again.
I'll prepare well for that meeting. You can be sure of that.
Virtus? You're back!
How do you know my name? You're from the army, right? Damn it! I knew that one day you'd come for me.
You don't recognize me? It's me, Achilles. I saved you from that scorpion. Well, actually, two of them. What in the name of the gods?
I'm sorry, I don't know you. I surely remember the armor you're wearing, and it's the first time I'm seeing it. You know what's missing on your breastplate? A scorpion symbol. Somehow it would be fitting, don't you think? You know what's missing on your breastplate? A scorpion symbol. Somehow it would be fitting, don't you think?
I knew it! I knew you'd give that creep hell! It's good to see you safe and sound, Achilles. I'm glad things in Greece are finally getting back to normal.
Speaking of normal, I see that you came to like your divine appearance.
Why not? The world has gone mad, so I allowed myself a bit of madness, too. Besides, now I look kind of more alive, don't you think? I decided to stay with you a little longer. Virtus is still learning, and I couldn't leave him alone with all this mess after Phobos.
I expected the lad would lose his memory, but he doesn't remember me at all.
Hades mentioned that staying in the underworld affects everyone a bit differently. On the other hand, the lad has been through a lot. I think he'll be better off that way. There's a lot of work ahead of me, but I will always find time for an old friend. If you need my help, you can count on me. And you don't have to go as far as blackmail at all.
Thanks for everything. I wouldn't have defeated Phobos without your help.
Ah, nonsense. I'm sure you'd go fight him even with your bare fists, if you had no other choice. Have a safe journey, Achilles.
Maybe you know me better than I know myself. Take care.
What can an ordinary, humble blacksmith like me do for such a distinguished hero? Just kidding. What do you need, old friend? What can an ordinary, humble blacksmith like me do for such a distinguished hero? Just kidding. What do you need, old friend?
I knew you could make it, Achilles.
Without your help, Pythia, I would be wandering around in the dark.
I only pointed you to the door, but you went through it yourself. You deserve thanks from all of us.
So, this is the end.
The end of the sick ambitions of Phobos, that's for sure. There's still a lot of toil and worry ahead for the citizens of Greece before peace can reign here.
What are you planning to do now?
People still need support. The roads are full of wild beasts and bandits, and Phobos' servants are pointlessly wandering like restless apparitions. I'll restore the temple to its old glory, and later, I'll probably keep on helping others understand the world around them. I won't forget what you did for this realm, Achilles. I'll ensure that your legend endures. May luck never leave you.
And you too, Pythia. Wherever you go.
The wounds Phobos inflicted on Greece will ultimately heal, and the world will sigh in relief. What you did for this realm will never be forgotten. The wounds Phobos inflicted on Greece will ultimately heal, and the world will sigh in relief. What you did for this realm will never be forgotten.